Thanks for coming in, everyone. So, I called you in here tonight just to give you a brief overview regarding our coaching and mentoring and also our performance feedback policy in and around our volunteering staff. Now, as you know, the engagement initiative is a very broad-ranging, company-wide process. So our volunteer side is quite limited, but still a very important part of that. Now, with the two new roles coming into the volunteer side of the organisation, being the coordinator and the administrator, I've dedicated a mentoring program to assist those two individuals. Now, obviously, that will depend on their level of experience. We will not know that until we employ the individuals. So, the idea is to have a coaching, a mentoring program established. So the mentoring program will be the direct responsibility for the mentoring program will be the direct manager, and also the COO is going to oversee that program. Now, the coaching side of things will be dealt with by the direct volunteering manager. It's designed to assist in the induction of new volunteers. We will be looking for experienced volunteers to essentially volunteer to be coaches, and the first 2-week induction period, the new volunteers will be buddied up with these coaches, and they will be given a guide into how we do things here at ABC, our attitudes, our procedures, and how we'd like to see ourselves perform. So the goal of the coaching program is to ensure that we maintain a high level of service towards our customers and our residents, and we're hoping that through this coaching program it'll make things a lot easier for volunteers coming into the business, and it'll reduce our attrition rate as well, which is one of the key goals of the volunteer project. Now finally, I have called you in here also to give you a brief overlay of the performance review spreadsheet. So if you have a look now, I've done a pretty basic example and utilised Brittany, my project assistant, as the example. So what we have here is our performance management plan that I have written for her. This is our first 3-monthly review. So how it works is that we essentially designate the ops plan or the reference from the ops plan. We tie the key result areas to that. We also tie our required outcomes to the key result areas, and then we have two parts of that. We have a quantitative part, which could be, for example, a timeline, which is what we've got here, which we've got our expiry dates, or it could be the qualitative measure, which is held within the manager's comments. So as you can see from this, I'll just use the first example. We have the establishment of the volunteer feedback and performance review process, which is the operational plan. We have the 3 key results areas tied to this, and we also have the indicator of success, which is a brief explanation of our both quantitative or could be qualitative results, dates, and also the status report. So as we can tell, Brittany's project team has completed and is on target for the 2 key results areas, or the 3 key results areas. Now, down below into the manager's comments, what we want is just a brief overview. You don't need to waffle about it. It's just some dot points, key areas. We want it to be constructive. So as you can tell in the final one, whilst Brittany's ability to complete the project within is without question, the lack of effective progress reporting means that full team project tracking is difficult to undertake effectively. So essentially, we want it to be really clear to the employee what they're doing right and what your suggestions are as a manager. Now, are there any questions in and around what we've talked about here?